Let's talk about the games today. Your Rams got absolutely stomped. Not by the Eagles. Saquon Barkley. My God. He goes 26 carries for 255 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh, and he adds 4 catches for 47 yards. That's over 300 yards of total offense. This dude, we got to see him play the other week versus Washington. He was impressive then. He's even more impressive now. You've been calling for him to be thrown into the MVP race for months now. You've been calling on him to be thrown into the MVP race for weeks now. I think he finally declared he should be one of the top names, even though he's not a quarterback.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, he's on pace for over 2,100 rushing yards in the 2024 season. Listen, the guy is really special. You can tell that there's a confidence and a belief in himself of, you know what, the Giants let me go, but I'm going to go prove myself in the next opportunity. And I think everyone probably knew before this season that there was a chance this could be really dynamic because this Philadelphia Eagles offensive line has been really special for a couple of years now. And you think of how good they've been able to run the football with Jalen Hurts already. And then now you enter Saquon Barkley, who is a guy who was one of the upper echelon runners in this league to begin with. I think it makes total sense, the success they're having. But this Eagles group, if you talk about Saquon, his impact, and then the guys they have on the outside, you know, with A.J. Brown and even Devonta Smith wasn't available for this game, with Jalen Hurts, and then this defense, how they're built up front with Jalen Carter, and then seeing some of these rookies play the way they've played on the back end. I think that this Eagles team is one that I've continued to say that, yes, the Lions may have the hype around them for how they've kind of performed all year since the jump, but this Eagles team slowly but surely is dominating people, is finding more ways to win games, is showing what they're capable of. They're going to be built off a defensive line, a Vic Fangio defense that's gotten better and better, and since their bye week's been one of the best in the league. On the other side of the ball on offense, since the bye week, they've been the best rushing team in the league. They still got all the weapons to throw the football over you if they need to. I just think by the end of this season, we may be looking at Philadelphia Eagles, Detroit Lions in an NFC championship. And I don't know if there's that much of a difference between the two teams as people think, because I think that both teams are built in the trenches. They're both built with a lot of players who can make plays on offense. But defensively, I think I might lean towards the way the Eagles have been playing. Without Aiden Hutchinson, I think the Lions will miss him big time in a matchup like this when it's two great groups up front against each other. I think this Philadelphia Eagles team could get themselves in the conversation of being one of the last two teams standing in the NFL playing in a Super Bowl the way they've been playing, because I love their style and I love the trajectory of where their team's headed right now, Fitz.
Yeah. And poor Joe Shane, you know, I will always remember
every
him
week
now.
Gets worse.
Yeah. I mean, being on Hard Knocks and having the conversations with Saquon and ultimately making the decision that Saquon just wasn't going to be in the cards. You know, if somebody was going to, they let him go to the market. If somebody's going to offer more money, maybe he would give the chance to match. But credit to Howie Roseman. I mean, he's done it again. It seems like he does it every year, but he brings in top flight talent, potentially the MVP of the league this year, and he has completely transformed this Eagles offense to be probably the most explosive offense in the NFL now.
Yeah, I think they're going to be held to be dealt with. And I think this Eagles team might be my favorite now. I think it's between them and the Lions, but I'm leaning towards the Eagles. I love Saquon Barkley. I love his juice. I love his energy. I love that smile. There's just something about him, man. He's an easy guy to root for.